But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
The Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. This is just a video to inform you about a channel. And look like this person, he liked to keep doing some trouble. If you remember before, I made a video for him and he did change the name. He was using my name, Christian Prince. But things is getting more horrible with this person. I always encourage people to download my videos, share my videos, and I don't mind if you make money like advertising, etc. That's not a problem for me. But this person looked like he is doing it as a business, full-time business. And when people they make a comment, he act as if he is me. And here he put that this channel support our brother Christian Prince. So when people they see it, they think they are making donation to Christian Prince. And I believe he is doing that on purpose. When you open his videos, you will see, I mean, it's like there is PayPal in the corner. There is give donation bomb down of the video. There is, I mean, it's non-stop. And he act and he answered them as if he is a Christian Prince. And lately, and I'm being patient with him, he go live when I am live. And so people, they are confused. Is this a Christian Prince talking there? Is that the life of a Christian Prince, or this is channel? So I've been told many times and I ignore it, but lately became too much annoying and too much to ignore. So I wanted to make this video, and I want everybody to go and download the video. He have them. He have good graphic there. Save it in your computer. In case he did not change the way he do things, I'm going to flag him, sadly, and take his channel down. And I told him before, and I gave him a warning today. I don't mind. I said to him, don't abuse my kindness with you. I don't mind that you receive money from YouTube. But don't play that you are me, because that will make people think that you are me, and they will act with you differently, and even they will send you donation thinking it's me. So don't act you are as me. Make it clear that you are not me, and don't go live when I am live. And if you don't listen, I'm going to take you down. All what I need to do is just to flag 3 videos, and that's it. So don't be stupid. And this is a warning for anyone. He is a greedy. You see, I don't mind. Go make money. Good for you. You are using my videos, no problem. But don't play that you are me, or that is a scam. This is nothing but a scam if you do that. And I will not be surprised, actually, maybe he's a Muslim. You know, when Osama Daktok, he called me once, he said to me, there is somebody selling your book in eBay. And then we check out with eBay, it turned to be that his name is Mohammed, he's from Morocco. Imagine Mohammed from Morocco selling my book for $10 in eBay. Muslims are willing to sell anything for the sake of money. So a Muslim man selling my book in eBay for $10, and his name is Mohammed, and he's a Moroccan. So we don't know even if he's a Christian. We have no idea who's he or what he do. He just posts my videos. I don't want to think badly about you, but what you are doing doesn't sound good to me. So this is a warning. You have to make it clear in his channel that this is not the channel of a Christian Prince, and you are not supporting Christian Prince. Change this. Don't say this is a channel to support Christian Prince. Say this channel is not a Christian Prince channel. If you want to go and visit the Christian Prince real channel, you go to patreon.com/Christian Prince. You have to put it here. Otherwise, I'm taking you down. Enough is enough. People post comment, they are talking about Christian Prince. Thank you, Christian Prince. We appreciate you, Christian Prince. And the guy, he's acting as if he is a Christian Prince. People have no shame. Literally, people have no shame. Why you want to do that? I understand maybe now you have a full income, full-time job, just from my videos. And God knows how much money you are making. But don't abuse my kindness. I'm being kind to you. If you read the comment, this is 2 months ago. Thank you, Christian Prince, etc. Somebody saying. This is the answer from him. Thank you so much for your support. My sister, God bless you. So he's talking as if it's me. Did you see? Thank you, Christian Prince, for your amazing topic, the most amazing result, etc. What is the answer? Thank you so much for your support, my sister. God bless you. Thank God for using Christian Prince to save me from Islam. This is a person. He is saying, thank you, Christian Prince. The reply. Wonderful. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So again, he's acting as if he's a Christian Prince. I cried. I'm so glad that I watched entire 2 hours. I wish my fellow Muslim friends watch. Reply. Thank you very much for your support, brother. God bless you. And it continued non-stop. The video had me in tears. The whole heaven celebrate as one sinner, etc. And then, thank you very much for your support, my sister. God bless you. So share this video with him. If you want his channel to survive, I will let it survive. Remember, I am the one who owns all those videos. Those are my videos. Don't play that you are me. That is a scam. And then every video, there is make a donation. Support this channel. You know, and as I said, okay, no problem, people support you. But don't play that you are me, because that means you are making people think that when they are donating, they are giving donation to you as me. Anyway, so I encourage you all. He have a very good graphic in the videos, like, you know, the way it's done, etc. But I'm not going to tolerate somebody is lying to the Christians, you know, fooling them, and he is using their kindness too. And this guy, he keep posting videos, no problem, but don't go. Why you go live when I'm live? What are you trying to do? And you know, the funny is, this is one of the funny things about this stupid YouTube. People, they can have hundreds of my videos. I cannot have a video of my videos. Isn't it? This is more really funny. People can have my videos. Look how many videos of mine here. I mean, look. You have hundreds, you know. I cannot have a video on my channel. What a crazy world, man. So my videos are good for YouTube there, they are bad here. And you know, you will notice that people, they watch videos sometimes not even because of the topic, just because of the thumbnail you put in the front. And people, they click if the graphic sound like, you know, a graphic, it's a graphic. People are like, you know, insect. They go for colors and etc. This person is here now. Where is he? Okay. My friend, listen. I just told you before, and I'm telling you now, you need to change the first setting in your channel. When you say this is a channel to support Christian Prince, I want you to take it off. I want you to make it clear and say, this channel is not Christian Prince channel. If you like to visit Christian Prince original channel, you go to Patreon/Christian Prince. And you add, any donation you make here is going for me, and I am not Christian Prince. If you like to donate to Christian Prince, you go to Patreon. So make it clear and make that the information for every video you have. Otherwise, I'm really sick of people complain about you. You see, it's not me who's complaining, by the way. People, they keep coming here. This guy is going to live when you are live. This guy, I have enough headache of you. So go and fix it, and never go live when I am live. Never. And never answer people claiming to be me. Never. This is the last warning. Every video you make, you should post under the video. Make it, you know, like in YouTube, in the page, that you can make a setting, the default setting. Make a default setting that it says that this is not a Christian Prince channel. Please, if you like to see Christian Prince channel, the original one, you go to Patreon/Christian Prince. If you like to support this channel, which is yours, say, well, this channel is nothing to do with the Christian Prince, but if you like to support me to be able to keep posting Christian Prince videos, please donate here. I don't mind if people donate to you, but don't act as if you are me. I'm sick of it. I ask people to go and download my videos. I don't mind that people make money from YouTube from my videos. But don't act as a scam. Don't claim to be me. Don't collect donation, making people think this is donation going to me, when the fact I never receive any. Don't speak to them, answer them as if you are me. That will make you an imposter, and that will make you breaking the law. That is a scam. So anyone will do that, I'm going to take you down. And not only that, I might even make a case against you. It's not really hard to do it. Because if somebody collecting donation in my name, any donation is receiving is coming to me. And that's mean you are doing a scam. So I'm giving you a warning. Fix your channel. Behave. Otherwise, I will delete your channel, period. I'm very kind to everybody. I don't like to stop people making money from any reason. You know what? Good for you, make money. Why not? What is going to hurt me if a person making money from my videos? No problem. But don't lie to people saying that you are me. So, in your channel, in your main page, here in the home, I hope you are watching and listening carefully. You need to change it and say, don't say this channel is to support Christian Prince. I do not need your support. I do not need or want your support. Say this channel is not Christian Prince channel. If you like to visit Christian Prince channel, you go to Patreon/Christian Prince. Make it clear and simple, and this should appear in the info of every video. Anything else, I will consider it as you are being a scammer. I hope he received the warning and he understands. There's many channels, they are making like advertising, etc. But this person sounds like he is just making a great business. I will give him some time to change it. If not, then I'm going to flag him and take him down. I do not need to prove that this is my videos. I mean, that would be a joke to prove it. Imagine I open a channel and I claim to be David Wood, and then people, they say, thank you, David Wood, and say, oh, thank you, sister, for your support. No, I'm not going to shut him down unless he did not receive my warning and he don't care, then I will shut him down. The reason is, for me, anyone who make my videos more visible for people is doing a good job. Even if his intention is not a good intention. Some people, they do good things, not because they like to do good, but because they have different intention. It's like somebody, he is a false priest. He opened a church just to receive donation. But he don't care really for God. And please, if you are a person who download my videos, you will lose nothing if you say, please understand that this channel is not Christian Prince channel, and I have nothing to do with Christian Prince. I am not Christian Prince. If you like to see Christian Prince, and the reason I'm saying to you, go to Patreon, because my channel can change. Today I am Arabian Prophet, tomorrow in a different place. And we know the reason. So the easiest way to find where Christian Prince is going to be is to go to patreon.com/Christian Prince. You click at the last video I posted, then you will know where I am. Very simple. You see every single video, and anyone will take this banner from my video, I will consider him to doing a scam. If you try to hide this banner, the one you see in the screen, this one, If you try to take it down by covering it by something else, and actually I saw some of his videos, he took that, like as you see here, he started taking the banner of the donation off. Do you see? There's no Christian Prince Patreon no more. Do you see it? So don't abuse my kindness. Enough is enough, my friend. People just misunderstood your word. No, my friend, people are what about me? I'm stupid? When I see this, I don't see I misunderstood. I see that you are saying that by doing this channel, you are supporting me. And people will think that by making donation to you, because I noticed that every video you have, it says send a thanks and you can send you money. So by saying this channel is made to support Christian Prince, people think that they are really supporting me by supporting this channel. So you are using, if you are an honest person, go change it and make it clear. This channel has nothing to do with the Christian Prince. If you like to go to Christian Prince channel, I don't want to repeat again, go to Patreon/Christian Prince. If you send a donation, please notice that this is not a Christian Prince channel. You are sending donation to me, the owner of this channel, simply because I am uploading Christian Prince videos, but I am not Christian Prince. Then if anyone want to send you a whatever donation, good for you. And you need to put that in every video. Make it as a default. Each time you upload your video is going to appear in the info of the video. Anything else is not going to be accepted from me. I mean, come on. In the other day, there's a guy, he sent me a message. He said to me, this girl, she want to marry you. I said, what girl? He said, she is sending me email, she's sending me messages in YouTube. He's loading my videos. And she said, I'm truly in love with you. What I should say to her? So imagine if you try to impose to be imposter, what you can do. You can fool people. You can play with their emotion. You can lie to them. You can destroy their life. So he said to me, what I should say to her, I said to her, tell her, you are not me. This is that channel to load my videos. That's all. He said, okay, do you want to have her name? I said, why do you want to have her name? If somebody want to play games, this is internet. Remember, everybody, it is internet. You do not know you are talking to. You know me even just by my voice. So people, they can scam you. People, they can lie to you. People, they can fool you. People can take donation from you. I go live and I finish my life. I don't even mention the word donation. When the last time I mentioned it? I don't even say it. I will never send you a file. I will never ask you for a file. I will never send you a picture. I will never ask you for a picture. I will, and all of those is not me. And there is an official address for me to find me is Patreon in front of you. So you should not be confused, actually, even if somebody try to confuse you. It's a shame that I have to make such a video, but I have to. If I show you how many mail in my mailbox is coming to me because of your channel, you won't believe it. Let us see. We know some people, they are not, like, let us say, I mean, God, he created us. We say God created us equal. Well, equal as a human, like, you know, as a value as a human, but not equal in intelligence. It's true. Not equal as, you know, as decency. Some of us are decent, some of us are not. Some of us, they love to use and abuse others, to take advantage of them. You remember when I said I need a microphone? Do you know how many emails I received saying to me, CP, I will send you this money to buy the microphone? And do you know that if you are here, you can say it's me. I said, the last person he sent me, he said, my friend, there's no need. I think I fixed the microphone. No need. Don't send me a donation. I think my microphone is working. Now, my microphone did not work, so I had to buy a new one. But I told him, don't give me a donation for the microphone. Why? Because in my heart, I have a decency. If I'm not going to, he sent me the money for the microphone. If I'm not going to use it for the microphone, then I did cheat on him. I did lie to him. So I told him, don't send me the money for the microphone. I can open my Patreon now. I can show you the message. I said, please go and delete your donation, you know, because I think the microphone now is fine. Someone else will say, oh, thank you very much. I will not say if I, you know, how he will know if I bought a microphone or not. There is people who love to take, you know, advantage of the love of other people, and there is people who they care not to take advantage because they love people too. Anyone have any question? Anyone? I am savage but honest. You know, what do you want? Somebody is kind to you, but he is a liar. You know, savage, always be aware of the person who is so like he chooses his words carefully. A person who chooses his words carefully, I'm not speaking about somebody is being wise now. I'm saying about a person is choosing his wise words to make it look wise for you and to make you like happy. This person, like, I mean, imagine if somebody agree with you about everything and he is so in agreement in everything. That is a hypocrisy. When somebody is, what they call him, rude, you know, rude, you know, rude because he's truthful. A person is not being rude, is not being truthful. And rude for you, it is the truth for me. And it's very funny that people, if you speak to them saying the truth, right away they say to you, you are savage, you are rude. You know, this is not how you speak to people. Why? If somebody is stupid, I will call him stupid. What I should call him? Smart? The Muslims, they say they are 2 billions, but claim not all sects are Muslims. Yeah, we'll forget about Muslims now. I mean, we are taking break from the garbage of Muhammad. Garbage in, garbage out. You know, the word Muslims, who is a Muslim these days? A Muslim is somebody who don't listen to music, don't watch TV, and he drink camel urine, and he don't take friends from non-Muslims. Name for me one Muslim, he do that. Porn, music, TV, You know, actually, all those videos who have like a huge number of a view, why they have a view? And this is not only for Muslim, by the way. Even there's many, like, you know, I told you before, if you search for, like, I like to watch videos about, you know, somebody building a wood house in the wood, etc. You know, just to learn skills. Maybe I do not know. I'm a very skilled person, by the way, very handy. But sometimes you watch a video, you might learn something. But these days, you go and search for off a grid, you find nothing but naked women. If I go right now and I type, let's say I wanna, you know, I wanna see something new in YouTube, and I will type off a grid. Off a grid. Let us do that. But just for safety, let me hide the screen so we don't see something ugly right away. Off a grid. And imagine you are not like searching for something, you know, I mean, bad. You are looking for off a grid. So what do you expect when you see off a grid? You will see people building a house from wood, you know, but what you will see, what if you can type it, I'm not going to show on the screen. Maybe it's better not show on the screen. I mean, it's really scary. And you will notice that the one who live off a grid these days are females. Look, this female, she cannot live off a grid unless she is wearing this. I mean, you know the rest. I'm not going to show you more. So, and if you see the view they have and the view I have, you will die laughing. I mean, we can't compare. Literally, you cannot compare. So, off a grid, it's off a grid, my friend. Okay, what does have to do with off a grid? They put a thumbnail in the video of her wearing a panty, and then she will have a 3 million view. And the poor Christian prince, he make a video, he lose his voice, he's fighting with people, he got death threat, we will kill you, we will, etc. You know, and then he got what few thousand view. And if somebody want to say thank you, somebody else will steal my name and he will use it in his channel and people will say thank you to him. This is the truth. Yeah. Look at this one, cabin tour. Is it cabin tour or breast tour? I'm not going to show the screen, you know. It's called cabin tour. But if you look at the thumbnail, you will see nothing but a breast coming out. But the name is cabin tour. 60 years of a grid. What does have to do with 60 years? I see 2 naked women. I mean, it's a madness. But this is the world we live in. This is reality. Sex, music. If you are a person who don't have high school, you know how to make rap song, you will become a millionaire. If you are a person who spent his life studying, reading, losing his eyes between the books, you will make nothing. Reality time. But we can say. So again, if there is somebody still he do not know that this is not my channel, let me see if he change the editing here or not yet. He did not change yet. We'll give him a chance. Mr. Gilgamesh, how are you, my friend? Did you read the story of Gilgamesh? Don't you sleep? Yeah, I sleep standing like Solomon. He died and he was standing for a year. If my cousin Solomon, he can do it, I can do it. Any question? Above channel owner apologized to CP previously. Okay. Yeah, it's not about apology. We want people to correct their status and, you know, not to mislead people. As simple as that. I have 3 channels, which everybody knows. Arab for Christ. And the other one, Christian Prince, you know. But anyway, the easiest way always to find where I am is to go to patreon.com. And you see the banner in the screen. Just go to Patreon. Very simple. Patreon.com/Christian Prince. Whatever video I just posted, that is telling you where is a Christian Prince now. Very simple. Because channels, they might change. You know, YouTube can delete our channel anytime. You know, Muslims, they love my videos. You know, if you see, I don't blame Muslims, by the way, to be upset from my videos. As you see, a lot of Muslims leave Islam left and right. And there's many, actually, I do not even know that they left Islam. Like now, this Aisha today, if she didn't call me back, I will not even know. I don't even remember her. So she called me. She said, do you remember last time you gave me 4 hours of your time? I said, okay. I'm trying to remember. And then I remember she was, you know, she is a friend of a Christian from Pakistan. And, you know, he asked her to speak to me. And today I heard the good news. She decided to leave Islam. Wonderful. But how many Muslims, they leave Islam really every week? We do not know. Because there's people who speak to me directly, I know about them, and there's people I never met, I never saw, and I will never see. Yeah, like, you know, like if we go right now, check how many people watch my videos from Indonesia, you will be surprised. Actually, scary numbers. I mean, I saw some videos on YouTube, they passed the millions of viewers, you know, in Indonesian channels, and because they have subtitles. You know, most of Indonesian, they don't speak English, and this is why they have no choice but to watch channels which is, you know, having subtitle. Which is good, you know. You know, thanks the Lord, we were able to make a revolution, actually, in Islamic countries. So those, you know, poor Christians who do not know how to refute the Muslims, they can refute them. I don't know which ones is the one for Indonesian, but I think the, you know, the best way is to search in Indonesian language so you can find out, you know, which ones. Like, yeah. Anyway. Well, I'm happy to see as many Christians, they are learning how to refute Islam. You know, I remember once when I saw an answer, this is a long time ago, I saw a Muslim was saying to a Christian in the comment section, He was saying you worship a man. Then the Christian says to him, you worship a leg. At that time, it was like something I just, you know, like not many people knows about it. You know, I mean, like I started teaching the Christians that Muslim worship a leg.